Hi everyone. You guys might remember me showing you this a little while back where I was cutting little colorful squares out of images from catalogs, clothing basically. And I had shown you how I was taking those little squares or rectangle bits and I was folding them over the edge of pages in a journal to make cute little borders. Well, I was playing with these again, and I decided I was going to make some that I could connect together and then stitch down the middle. You know, I had done that also with fabrics. Remember when I did these? And I stitched down the center with my sewing machine, and I just love them so much. And I really love using these colorful bits because they're just too pretty to throw away. Or recycle. I mean, that's just a lot of gorgeous color right there. So I had a bunch of them out, and I was snipping them up into little squares and rectangles. And I thought I would just turn on the camera and show you what I was creating. So I did a couple of the, typical size like I normally do. I stitched this one with some blue thread and this one with some yellow. And I wanted to show you too. I mean, this one's just real random, and it has just all kinds of different colors, just no method, no rhyme or reason, just grab a piece and stick it down, grab a piece, stick it down. Then you can also do ones that are kind of in a particular colorway or color theme. So like this one, for instance, has pinks and oranges and yellows basically, and that's the main color. So you can do them, make them to fit a certain page or a certain project if you want to. And, I just love just all the colors. I'm just all about all the colors. And so another thing I'm all about is making small things. So I also cut some really tiny squares and made a real tiny one. So you can see this compared to this one. You can see the difference in the size of the little teeny tiny bits of these catalog images that I just don't want to throw away. So this one I did a little blue straight stitch on. I thought it turned out really cute. And then I had one more that's even smaller than this one. I know I'm ridiculous about this stuff. It's crazy, but I do love tiny things. So here's the comparison of this one with the bigger one. So I just wanted to show you guys there's so many different variations you can do with these, and I wanted to give you some, little ideas of how cute they look in journals. This one, let's see, did I pick up? I had picked a few journals to lay these next to. I don't think I had a place for this one just yet. I did find a page that I thought would be cute for this one. You remember when I made the little crinkle journals, right? There's a page in here, I'm pretty sure, that has oranges and pinks. Here we go, right here. So I think that is just adorable on that page. I mean, it's just beautiful. It just matches it so nicely. And so the way I'm making these is I'm taking a little strip, got some right here. I'm taking little strips of, what is this, tracing paper. Just little bits of tracing paper. And then I take a glue stick and put some glue on the tracing paper. And then I just start laying these little bits in the glue, right? And it starts building this cute little colorful strip. And once I get the strip filled up, I let it dry, and then I take it to the sewing machine and add the stitching. And then once the stitching is on and in place, I put a piece of double-sided tape on the back so that when I'm ready to adhere it into a journal, I can just peel the tape backing off. It's sticky, and it can go right on the journal page. Make sure I hold on to this so it doesn't stick before I'm ready to, because y'all know once you stick it, it's stuck. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Oh, I love that so much. Very, very cute. Okay, loving that. Now you say to yourself, well, Kat, you could take the tape and just stick the little squares to the tape. Yes, you can. You can definitely do that. The only problem with doing that way is then you really can't run it through your sewing machine to put the decorative, that one little last detail on there that makes it look so cute, because you can't run your needle through that thick kind of sticky tape. It just gums up your needle and it causes a lot of problems. So I decided that if I use a really thin piece of tracing paper and a glue stick, that I can do all the gluing first, and then once it's dry, you can sew it just like normal. It's not gummy or sticky anymore. So I'm loving that. I love how this one looks already. And I wanted to show you a couple of these other ones. This is another little journal, and I've got a map page in this one, and I just thought something like this would be adorable on that map page. Isn't that cute? I mean, all those colors there, it just brings it all out and makes it just look so gorgeous. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do on this page, but I do know I want to add this. So I don't have the tape on there yet. So let me add a piece of tape. Let's see, I've got some thin tape here someplace. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to stick it like right in line with that tracing paper and that stitching. Just press it down. I'm going to decide where I'm going to place it, because I know this one's a little bit long for this page. So I'll be cutting a little bit of it off. So I'm thinking I could probably put it right here and then snip it off here. And this little piece with 3 blocks on it would be really cute. Like for a page tab, I can put it on the other side. So I'm going to snip it apart right there. Just like that. So that'll make a cute little page tab, something decorative. Even if it's not here, it can be used somewhere. And then peel this off. Stick it down. That is just so fun. These just make your page happy. Like, it just, because of the colors. I just love being able to use all these colors and all the little bits. Another thing I was going to show you too is I have this tiny little journal. I haven't worked in this little one for a while, but there is a little book page in here. Here we go. And I thought, wouldn't this add so much to a plain book page? Look how gorgeous that is. And you can pick whatever section of it you want to use, and decide what's going to look the nicest. Maybe to go with, maybe I had a purple flower on this page, and so I just kind of worked this in to capture as much of the purple as I could, or so just so fun. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine or access to one, I was thinking, you could probably hand stitch this. So here's what I would do if I were going to hand stitch it. Now I've got a little cutting mat and a piece of foam. This came out of an old mouse pad. So what I would do is, I think I would just take my pokey tool and go right along. I think I'll do it on the back side where it's plainer. Might be easier to see the holes. And I would just go, you can make the holes as far apart or as close together as you want. And that will determine the size of the stitches that you're going to put in it. So I'm going to say mine are just a little less than a 1/4 inch apart. And you just simply go along, and it's real easy to punch through because both of these papers, the tracing paper and the catalog paper, are very thin. And I'm probably not keeping it straight, but that will just make it even more charming and handmade looking once you get the stitches on there. If they're a little wobbly, who cares? Love that. Okay, we're about to the end. Okay. So now we have all these little holes. I'm going to push them back through the other way so that because it raises up, because I punched it from the back, it causes these to be raised up, but I'm going to push them back down through so they're not raised up on the front side. There we go. All right, and then I would just take a needle and thread. Let's get this out of the way. And I would just sew just a simple little up and down stitch. Get it started. Here we go. Come up to the bottom, and I'm just leaving that a little bit of thread hanging there on the end. And basically I'm going to go in and out through the holes that I've already made. Okay, slide it through. Don't pull it all the way through because this is not really anchored here. I'm going to hold it down and then pull it. There we go. And I think what I'll end up doing is once I get to the end, I think I'll come back from the other end and put stitches in all of the empty spots, because this leaves, this makes like every other stitch. So you got, you know, a stitch here and an empty stitch, and a stitch here and an empty stitch. And so I think I would come back through the other way and it would fill in those gaps. Just get to the end and then I'll show you. And this is so quick and simple. I mean, to be a cute little detail that adds so much. It's very quick and easy. I'm just using a little bit of embroidery floss here to stitch with. And there are 2 strands, I believe. Yeah, I think there's 2 strands of the floss, just to make it a little bit thick, but not overly thick. This was such a small little border piece. I didn't want to overwhelm it with a thick thread. So if you're using like a regular sewing thread, you can double it up on your needle and have two strands that way. I'm just going in and out, in and out. There we go. Okay. So coming out on the back side here, so all of the stitches are in place going in that direction. Okay, so now I'm going to go back the other way. So that means I'm going to come up in this hole here where there is no stitch. Okay. And then go back down again, back up here, back down there. So it closes up and makes all the little stitches instead of this way. So you can do it either way. It looks cute both ways. That looks cute, and that will look cute. This will almost look like it's been sewn on the machine if you have a continuous line of stitches. All right, and then as I get to the end, the very last stitch, I'm just going to go over the top and come back through again to kind of anchor it there. Kind of like knotting it, but I'm not really knotting it. Just kind of looping it over a couple of times and then just snipping it off. That is so cute. I love it. All right, let's put a little piece of tape on this one so it's ready to go whenever I'm ready to use it. There we go. Let's put it on that little page, that little book page. I just think that is so pretty. I think I'll use it at the top. I mean, look at it. It even looks beautiful with the yellow page next door. I love it. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do on this page. But I do think this is really cute. So I want to snip it off and use it. Then I'll have this one for another project. Peel it back and stick it down. Kind of putting this one off the edge just a little bit. So fun. I love that. So I just wanted to share it with you guys and show you some simple ways to make some fun embellishments in your journals. And I mean, I can't get enough of that kind of thing. I love that. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope that you found this helpful, and we will see you again soon in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.